Welcome, everyone, to Birth 2012 News. This is Stephen Dinan, and we are coming to you live from Hollywood today. This is our first live shoot, so it's an exciting moment for us as we gear up for the Birth 2012 broadcast next Friday and Saturday. And we're going to be bringing you more live shows over the coming days to really help you catch the excitement of what's happening, to feel the buzz around the world, to share all these activities. But first, we're going to begin today with one of our two guests is going to lead us in 3 minutes of love. And we're doing this because part of creating the movement of Birth 2012 is creating a field of love around the planet. And we've activated a campaign at 3daysoflove.com for people to take seriously the creation of love for 3 days. So we're practicing each day with 3 minutes. So I'm going to introduce Doug DeVito, who's with us. He's the leader of Catch the Wave and one of the main architects of the Teotihuacan events with Don Miguel Ruiz and one of the key activators of things globally. So thank you so much for joining us, Doug, and lead us in 3 minutes of love.
Well, absolutely a pleasure to be here, Stephen. And so what I'd like everybody to begin just doing is just get into a comfortable place and allow yourself to just center and perhaps just take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, allow yourself to just feel energy flow into your feet from the earth. And as you breathe in again, allow that energy to flow up into your legs. And as you breathe in again, allow that energy to flow into your core and into your stomach. And as you breathe in again, you feel the energy centers of your body start to activate, to charge, to fill with love and energy. And as you breathe in again, start to express that and feel that energy within your heart, within your body, within your entire being. And perhaps if you'd like, you may start to feel those energies flow between your hands. And you may start to feel and sense. Perhaps while you're out there, you may feel a sense of tingling or vibration or pulsing or a sensation of cold or some sensation of warmth. Whatever it is that you're feeling, just notice and observe and allow that to flow into and resonate through your heart, through your body. You can close your eyes if you like and just allow yourself to immerse and to just be in that powerful state of charged, activated love and energy and start to feel that. Feel your body, feel your head, feel your heart, feel your body, feel that connect to the earth itself and start to fill the room. Feel the area around you, feel the state, feel the world with that loving connection. And just allow yourself to be present in a connected, loving, powerful state, recognizing that there are thousands and millions and billions around you accessing this potential portal of love, this loving energy that will strengthen and empower you and will help to shift the planet. So just be present in that. Just enjoy, immerse, and allow yourself to just be in a state of love. And feel that, and connect, and notice what your body feels like. Notice what your heart feels like. And just share that resonance, that power, that love with the earth and the world around you. And as we begin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug. Beautiful way to begin, and I think part of the discipline, I think, of creating these events worldwide is to remember that we have to be the change the whole way through. We can't just do frenetic production or be mean to each other. Oftentimes, production can get very intense, and to the practice of opening as we produce these events is a spiritual practice. And Stephen Powers, who's also with us, first I want to say Stephen Powers has been a godsend for us because at a late stage of the game, when we were really needing a first-class producer to come on board, Stephen is the head of CEO of Agape Media International, works closely with Agape and helps to orchestrate many of their media events. And so, Stephen, I'd just love for you to share a little bit about what's exciting you about producing this event.
Well, first, it's the global nature of it, right? It's the fact that for my whole life, I've had a sense that we are one world. That was something that I was really gifted with, that understanding. I've never been a nationalist, right? So for me, it's the fact that we're bringing people together from all around the world, from Egypt, from Mexico, where Doug will be, from Australia, from Europe, and so that connection for me has always been strong, and it's just such a joy and an honor to really be able to be kind of in a center place of bringing that to everyone else, that sense that I've long had and that this production represents. So I think that's one aspect of it. And then I think there's the other piece that really resonates for me is just what we just experienced, which is love, right? That this is at its center is about love. It's a communication of love. It's a being of love. It's an experience of love. So it's those two things. And then I get to bring my gifts and talents as a producer, as a creative individual. You know, I get to deliver those. So I'm always about where can I deliver, where can I give, how can I serve? And this has been a big opportunity to serve.
Yeah, it has been. And it keeps getting bigger every day. Fortunately, it's done in a week. So,
and of course, that'll be the new beginning.
Yeah. before we go over to Doug, I'd love for you to share a little bit. You've been a part of the Agape community for a long time, and one thing I've been felt very guided to bring the event here, and over time it's become more and more evident why. But I want you, in your own words, to share why the template of what Agape has created is so important to share with the larger world.
Love to, absolutely. So agape, for those who don't know, means universal love. It's a Greek word. We have agape, we have eros, romantic love, we have philos, brotherly love. So many people are like, what is agape? Is it agape? It's a universal love at its center. And it's a community that is spiritual but not religious. So it is non-denominational and trans-denominational. And we are as interested in the wisdom of Buddha and Krishna and Muhammad and Jesus and all the great avatars of our time, including many who are coming forth today who have such great wisdom. And so in that sense, it's a great place because it represents, again, that global nature that I just spoke to, because we're pulling together that wisdom all around. And as a community, as you mentioned, what we really focus on is not just the thinking about this, not just the mental awareness of it, but the daily practice of it in our lives. So it is a community that is very rich and deep with talent of all sorts, whether it's Academy Award-winning producers and directors, people like Hilary Swank, Christina Applegate, Will I Am, you know, and these are some people who we may be able to see during the gala on Saturday the 22nd that we've invited to come down, who have been at Agape, Alanis Morissette. It's just, and then people whose names you don't know, who are so talented. And it just is a community that is always in practice of how do we love.
Yeah, well, what I've really been struck by just in my brief engagements with the community is the level of awakened energy and also heartfeltness. I feel a little bit just like kind of blissed out talking to people after a while. In fact, it's going to be sometimes hard to have a production meeting because I'll be like a little bit dreamy afterwards because people are really just filled with the Spirit and pouring that through and really embodying it.
Exactly, and their language reflects that, and their actions reflect that, and you know, it's just that's part of what I enjoy about it, right?
Great.
And also we are a pretty highly technically developed community in terms of the capability of Agape to bring an event like this to the world, to have it really have a high quality which people enjoy.
Great. Well, let's bring Doug. I want you to jump in and share a little bit about what drew you into such a deep, committed role with manifesting the birth, with all of this birthing work and awakening work around this time period.
You know, honestly, this happened in the strangest of ways. I was attending a birthday party, and it was Louise Hay's birthday party, 83rd birthday party 2 years ago. And I was in the shower thinking, what does one give Louise Hay for a birthday gift? And I had no idea because, you know, what could you give that? And I closed my eyes, and the second I closed my eyes, I saw a vision of the world all lighting up in little pieces of glowing light. And I said, what was that? And I just felt like that's something that I'm supposed to do. And from that moment, without really understanding exactly why or what, I was drawn into the idea of lighting up the globe. And there was this idea of how to do it and how to bring people together. And so the passion of always working with authors, as you know, I've worked with authors to help them, you know, kind of get their message out. But it became a concerted, focused, passionate drive to try and make the globe light up. And so for 2 years, I've been working with that. And then it just led to increasingly centered connections. And it was through Don Miguel Ruiz that I met, actually the same day that I met you at Gate last year.
Yes.
And I think I met you. And then Miguel had asked me to help out with the stuff that he was doing in Teotihuacan. And as we started to build that story, you and I connected. And I think it was just supposed to be.
So you've activated this great campaign around Catch the Wave, 21 Days of Light and Love, combining your original vision with the impulse towards love.
Absolutely.
And love for you to share a bit about that. And also a piece that we haven't shared with people as much, the scientists that you're bringing together, I think is very interesting.
Absolutely. Well, the idea of the fact that everybody can connect to this energy, this love, this power is something that I think what we're all doing will help people to understand. I mean, basically, we are creating an awareness and education that allows people to become empowered and connected and able to connect to the fields of energy that we're creating, the fields of energy in the earth and the fields of energy around us. And what's amazing is that you don't have to be a healer. You don't have to study for 40 years anymore. You don't have to be an avatar. You don't have to go fast for 40 days in the desert. And you can still eat meat and you can still do these things. And what's now happening is because the earth is shifting and our consciousness is shifting, and perhaps it's just our time, we can all step into empowerment without the need to go into these, 40-year studies out in some ashram. And that's really passionate and powerful. And that's the way that people can understand through your efforts. And as we connect through love, as we connect through the loving field, that's what we want to express. And that's what Catch the Wave is all about.
Beautiful.
We want the mainstream people to understand that you too can connect through love, through heart, through energy, and by sharing this stuff. And that's really what we're about.
So on a practical level, one of the things, anybody who is a healer or just as a meditator, prayer, just joining in this whole period now,
Absolutely.
really making it a concerted practice to be sending that out. Not just the 3 days of love, but the whole period now.
Every single day at 12 o'clock, actually at 12:12, which is interesting, it's 12:12. At 12:12, every single day, we're asking all of the healers, all of the meditators, all of the yogis, all of the conscious people, and people just like you. And you don't have to be a healer, just express, connect, and feel love and share. Just feel that energy in your body, connect to the earth, connect to the area around you, connect to everything, and just be present for 3 minutes at 12:12 every single day. And what we do is we already have scientists in place all over the world, scientists like Konstantin Karatkov, Dean Radin from IONS, we have Melinda Connor from National Energy Healing Foundation. 9 different independent science research teams have already been deployed in different places, and they will start to be, well, they're already starting to measure. As of 12:12, they started their baseline measurements. So every day they're reporting and they're connecting, and we'll have updates about what we see as we go. And I know that this is going to build intuitively. We know that this is going to build to something very profound during 3 days of love and very profound during the 21st and the 22nd.
Well, I know what's going to happen is people who are participating are going to feel something profound, and then to have the scientific research that demonstrates that there was something really measurable that happens, because we've had some pretty dramatic effects even with much smaller events in the
Absolutely.
past. So I'm expecting to see some really robust results on the science
This
side.
is real science. I mean, people like Konstantin Karatkov and Bill Tiller and Dean Radin have unbelievably powerful published peer-reviewed studies on these things. There are electromagnetic field effects, as Konstantin would call them, that are created when people gather in a state of coherence.